The febrile intensity of Lucy Maud Montgomery's imagination was both stirred and soothed by her early home of Cavendish, Prince Edward Island, in the Canadian Maritimes. Located where the land and sea met, it was a landscape of extremes. Extremes in weather, extremes in beliefs, extremes in human passions, all contained in one of the world's most beautiful settings. The land itself was the perfect correlative to extremes in Maud's personality, a passionate young woman poured into the container of strict Presbyterianism. She characterized herself, "I have a very uncomfortable blend in my makeup, the passionate Montgomery blood and the Puritan McNeil conscience. Neither is strong enough wholly to control the other. The Puritan conscience can't prevent the hot blood from having its way, in part at least, but it can poison all the pleasure, and it does. Passion says, 'Go on, take what crumbs of happiness fall in your way.' Conscience says, 'Do so if you will. Feed your soul on those blood-red husks, but I'll scourge you well for it afterwards.'" April 8, 1898. The landscape of her childhood was capricious, subtle, and yet dramatic. On a clear summer day in Cavendish, the white beaches, sand dunes, red sandstone cliffs, and the sea itself stretched as far as the eye could see. At sunset, subtle shades of purples and mauves, of salmon pinks and saffron yellows, spread in glorious streaks across the sky, drawing the eye up from the darkening green fields, blue sky, and red soil. Sea mists rolled in, bringing an eerie feeling of a timeless world. Shapes softened, appearing reclusive and mysterious, even ghostly. But the gray chill mists could suddenly dissipate, burned off by the morning sun, and the dazzling colors returned. Maud, whose moods were always responsive to the world around her, reveled in her love for the island landscape. Where red roads wound like gray satin ribbons, in and out among green fields and woods, and where I gazed always on the splendid pageant of the sea, splendid with ever-changing beauty of dawn and moon and midnight, of storm and calm, wind and rain, starlight, moonlight, sunset. I loved the trees around my old home with a personal love. I loved the little ferny nooks along the lanes of the woods. I loved the red roads climbing up amid the dark firs. I loved the farm fields, each individualized by some peculiarity of shape of fence or tree clump. To me they spoke with 1,000 voices, each with a new and fascinating tale to tell. The orderly little rural village of Cavendish, founded in 1790 by Maud Montgomery's own Scottish Presbyterian ancestors, consisted of 40 families. The farms, with neat frame houses and flower-filled gardens, were laid out along the winding roads running parallel to the sea.